Day 01. Ether-1 ship/orbit leaving the Earth. This is Captain Elias Morrow. We are leaving orbit, entering deep space in the direction of the wandering planet Thirion-13. The crew is stable. Mood excited. The Ether-1 is the first human ship to approach Thirion-13, a wandering planet that once sent a mysterious radio signal lasting 13 minutes and 13 seconds. After months of decoding, a form of hidden data structure appeared, like a diary, but not human. Scientists decided to set off a delegation of 5 leading experts. Elias Morrow, Commander-in-Chief, Alien Biology Expert. Dr. Naomi Voss, Head of Psychology and Memory Department. Lieutenant Jinyu, Pilot and Space Orientation Specialist. Dr. Hannah Rivas, Quantum Linguistics. Corporal Samir Tagavi, Security and Defense Weapons Technology. Objectives: approaching, landing, and tracing the signal source. But what they found was not simply a hotspot. Day 12. First time seeing Thirion-13. Thirion-13 is strangely beautiful. Don't go around the stars. But it emits a slight blue-violet light, like it is glowing from the inside. Naomi, Private Diary. The planet's atmosphere is not stable by any rule, but it is enough to protect living things. The terrain is described as Earth-like, but reversed in color: black sand, pale white sea, weakly luminescent trees. When the ship enters the air medium, all measuring devices begin to interfere. The radiation meter gave the result of an oscillation of 13.13 rads/s, completely abnormal. Someone, or something, is noting our presence. Elias, Diary Day 13. Day 15, the first sign. The crew set up an alien base in an area with a stable magnetic field. But on the first night, Dr. Rivas reported hearing a whisper while sleeping, a low sound, counting the beat 13 times in a row and then silent. The next day, the sleep recorder confirmed. Rivas' brain emitted waves similar to the 7th stage wave code in the Thirion-13 signal. She is being communicated by the planet through the subconscious. Naomi, Internal Report. Day 17, Start of Turbulence. Captain Elias woke up in the middle of the night and did not remember who he was for 7 minutes. He recorded a self-talk in a language he had never heard. Caden Eth Sorial. Meshenvo. My heart is no longer in this body. Meanwhile, you discovered a metal structure emerging from the ground, a 13-faceted polyhedron, which looked like a biological black box. It emits low electrical pulses, but has a strong effect on emotions. Day 20. Loss of control begins. I feel my memory is disturbed. I remember a beach, but it doesn't exist. I remember a mother, not my mother. Naomi, Personal Diary, not sent to the center. At this time, the whole crew encountered the same symptoms. Short-term memory loss. Remember things that have never happened. Experience time reversal. Personal clock runs backwards for 13 minutes/day. Feeling that I am seen, even though there is no one. It's like we're living inside the memory of this planet itself. Rivas. Day 21. A member disappeared. Samir, the security officer, disappeared from the base at 3:14 Universal Time Coordinated. Leave no traces, no positioning signals. The camera recorded the last image showing him stepping into a cliff and melting inside. The search team found a symbol on the ground where he stood. 13 interlocking circles, swirling like an eye. Elias, at that time, only said one sentence. The planet doesn't just emit signals. He is looking for someone. The signal from Thirion-13 is not a greeting. It is the echo of a memory, never belonged to humans. After Samir disappeared, the next diaries showed. This planet has memory, and it is testing us. Day 22. Empty diary and fake memories. The next morning, Dr. Naomi Voss discovered that her entire diary from the 19th to the 21st disappeared from the internal system, while the other members remained. The strange thing is, Naomi herself still clearly remembers that she took notes. While checking the storage device, Elias discovered that a strange file named 13_node appeared in the secondary storage drive. No one had ever created it. When decrypting, the file opens a recording. My name is Naomi Voss, and I died on the 21st, along with Samir. Naomi was silent. The voice is yours. But she was sitting there, living, breathing, and never remembering saying that sentence. Day 23, the second deepest floor. Rivas performed a brainwave experiment, using the SETI protocol to test interference from strange frequencies. The result shocked the whole group. The entire member broadcasts the third stage of the brainwave. One layer usually only appears in the deepest REM state. But they are all awake. You said a sentence. We are dreaming while we are awake. Soon after, he took a biological detector and scanned around the area of the rock where Samir disappeared. Under the rock layer is a biometallic structure, like a part of the exoplanet nervous system. It's beating like a heart. Day 24, unconscious experiment. Elias asked the team to try a supervised group sleep, where each person would be connected to the EEG device with the same induction frequency. They want to check whether the planet is connecting their memories together. Unexpected results. 5 people have the same dream. In it, they stand in front of a huge space library, where each book is a memory from an ancient civilization existing before the entire universe was formed. I hold a book. It has no words. But when I touch it, I find myself turning into another creature on another planet. It's me, but not me. Naomi. They woke up in a state of panic. Nosebleed, dilated pupils, and the internal biological clock has deviated by 13 minutes to the past. Day 25, duplicate memories. You began to confuse his own memory with Rivas. He remembers the details of his childhood in Spain, a place he had never been to. Meanwhile, Rivas said she could drive a train, although she never learned. They decided to compare memories with a low-level memory projector scanner. The results show that individual memory segments are blending together, forming a collective memory network, like a neural beehive. We are no longer individuals. We are gradually becoming a part of the planet's memory. Elias. Day 26. The planet tests emotional reactions. Before dawn, the air around the base suddenly changed color, from blue-purple to crimson. That's when the planet shows a living memory. On the main screen, not connected to the network, display the video. All 5 members are dying. In the base, just like now. Time shown on the video. 3:14 Universal Time Coordinated, tomorrow. The planet is showing us the future. But not to save, but to observe how we will react. Naomi, choking. They tried to leave the surface of Thirion-13 by sub-shuttle. But when starting, the ship no longer works. The system is rewritten in a language that does not belong to any code table known to mankind. Memory is what shapes people. But on the planet Thirion-13, memory is what controls reality. After realizing that they themselves are being merged into an ancient memory system, the Ether 1 crew goes one step further, closer to the true heart of the planet. But no one knows. What is the price of knowledge? Day 27. Biological heart and archive. At dawn, from the center of the area where Samir disappeared, the ground began to shake slightly. The sensors recognize a new form of energy, not electromagnetic waves, not neutrinos, but what Naomi calls quantum emotional waves. Dr. Rivas first read the emotional wave through the translation of the class Sigma signal. You have accessed the 3rd floor, biological storage. Identification cycle, not yet verified. New biological species. Status, observation. Immediately, under the rocky soil, a spiral structure rises, semi-organic, semi-crystalline. That structure opens itself layer by layer. Inside are biological cocoons. Each cocoon body contains an incomplete version of the crew members, as if the planet had recreated them from memory. Elias shouted, "It doesn't just read us. It copies and prepares to restart human memory in its own way." Day 28. The truth about Thirion-13. Through decoded data from the biological black box, the team discovers an ancient code, not information, but the memory of the planet itself. An ancient species used to live on Thirion-13. They are creatures that do not have a fixed form, live by ideas, which can be turned into emotional data. But when that civilization developed to its peak, they left the body and stored all perception in the planet's core. Thirion-13 was not expelled from the parent star system. It leaves itself, like a living hard drive wandering in the universe, carrying an incomprehensible store of knowledge. And now, when it discovers that life can receive, it tries to reload that memory by turning humans into containers. Day 29. the decay of consciousness. From that moment, each member began to experience rootless memories. Elias remembered that he used to be a plasma-like creature on another planet. Naomi constantly hears the call of integration. Rivas almost doesn't speak human language anymore, only in 13-note bass. You lost the ability to sense linear time. He claimed that he had just seen his own death, and then immediately the moment of birth. Naomi wrote in her diary, "If consciousness is a flow, then this planet is reversing our river, forcing us to flow back to where we never existed." Day 30, opportunity to leave. The auxiliary ship system suddenly reactivated, as if the planet allowed it. But only 2 seats are unlocked. Elias made a cruel decision. Only 2 people could leave. A debate broke out. No one wants to be a survivor if they have to leave the rest in this living memory tank. However, something unexpected happened. Naomi and Rivas both refused to leave. Rivas said, "I need to know. If we can really become a part of that wisdom, then humanity will no longer be alone." And Naomi, "I'm not afraid of losing my mind. I'm just afraid of not knowing what I once existed to remember." Finally, you and Elias are the 2 people assigned to launch the escape ship. Day 31. The ship departs, and the last words. At 3:14 Universal Time Coordinated, just as it was predicted in the strange video, the auxiliary ship left the surface of Thirion-13. Below, the planet does not hold them. But the ship screen recorded the final image. Naomi, Rivas, are dissolving into the biological structure. The purple light surrounds them, and hundreds of memories begin to glow. A voice of no origin sounded. "You have successfully downloaded." The combination phase begins. Thirion-13 remembers you. 2 astronauts have returned. The 3 of you stayed. The planet Thirion-13 was silent. But 41 days later, a new signal sounded. No longer the class Sigma code as before, but an English voice, Naomi's voice. Day 72, signal back to Earth. SETI, Canberra Station, Australia. At 3:14 Universal Time Coordinated, again, the system receives a low-band, unencrypted signal. The signal line is 13 minutes and 13 seconds long, similar to the first signal, but this time, it is a series of Naomi's voice diary, the following excerpt. "If you hear this, it means I have become a part of Thirion. Don't worry about me. There is no death here, only transformation. And perhaps, for the first time in human history, we not only find alien wisdom, but also become a part of it. Space Alliance's investigation. You and Elias, 2 survivors, are in mental isolation. Both of them experience dissociative memory syndrome. You dreams of Naomi every night, talking as if she has never disappeared. Elias often writes down physical equations that he has never learned, but when tested, they are accurate and far beyond current quantum theory. The Space Science Committee decided to publish part of the information to the community. We have come into contact with a form of non-biological alien intelligence, which exists in the form of living memories. This form of existence has the ability to copy, transform, and share memories with contact creatures. Day 90, memory spread. Suddenly, within a week after the signal was announced, 13 people from 5 different countries simultaneously reported that they remembered Thirion-13, although they had never heard of it before. Scientists confirm. The regions of the brain that record activity are exactly the same as when the Ether-1 group connects to the planetary memory network. Elias gave a bold hypothesis. Thirion doesn't need to touch you. If you only listen to memory, it can also clone your conscious part into its system. It is a living memory, and the memory can spread like a smart virus. Day 104, Reaction Mirror Project. The Interplanet Organization approves a second mission, the Mirror Response Project, a group of 5 scientists chosen to return to Thirion-13, not to explore, but to dialogue. Before leaving, they will bring a gift. Human Diary, a compressed copy of all cultural, emotional, artistic, and historical documents of mankind. You said, if we are a memory container for Thirion, this is the first time. Human beings also carry the memories they give back. Day 129, last words from Elias. One day before the second delegation set off, Elias left a recording, like a philosophical will. Maybe Naomi and Rivas are not dead. Maybe they are no longer human. But I know they are continuing to live in the nervous system of an intellect that once existed before the Milky Way. And I believe, at some point, Humans will no longer need to look up at the sky to find answers, because the answer will come from the very memory we are carrying. The journey begins with a signal, has become a connection between two minds, one that has just begun to perceive, the other has been dormant for millions of years. The question is no longer, what is Thirion-13? But what will we become when we touch something beyond life and